Today's 13th Floor Music Talk interview features Connor McErlich of Mako Road. He's here to talk about the band's brand new album, Stranger Days.
I remember the fulfilling feeling given wandering.
The album's due out on the 30th, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's the one.
What have you got planned for the day?
For the day? Oh, might have a beer or two.
Fair enough.
It's been a long time coming. I haven't actually thought about celebrations. I'm not even sure we'll all be in Auckland rehearsing, so I'm sure we'll do something lovely, like go out for lunch and celebrate.
Yep. That'd be cool. So the album is called Stranger Days, and I see that a video has just been released with that track. So
yeah,
we show a little bit of the video while we're talking here, and maybe you can tell me what's going on. It's kind of trippy.
A little bit is fine. Take my hands outside. Got into a fist. Who claims it? The man they want to be. Was it something I missed?
Yeah, it is kind of trippy.
And who put it together for you?
We had Pippa Haslam, so we got recommended it because we were always keen to do some sort of, like with this album, we were thinking we need to put more energy into the visuals element of albums, just because everything's online nowadays and you've got to offer those things to your fans on multiple platforms.
Yep.
And we've always wanted to do just my manager making coffee over here.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we always wanted to do an animation, which we thought would be really cool. We thought Stranger Days would be a great track to do it for because it's got like a nice slick beat behind it that would be quite cool.
Right.
And yeah, we just had this idea of just this guy. We wanted to keep it super simple. Just this guy trudging along and then just falls through for 30 seconds and lots of crazy stuff happens. And then we took the idea to Pippa and she came back with a rough mock of that and we were like, sweet, like love it, love any kind of animation. Really happy with it.
Cool. So the album kicks off with a track called Go to Bed, which kind of starts out kind of dreamy like and whatever, and then kind of explodes into this psych guitar thingy. And I'm glad I'm talking to you because you're the guitar player. So tell me what's going on there.
Yeah, well, it started off as like an intro and we were kind of like, oh, let's do an intro because we wanted to do a concept album of sorts. And that involved, like we wanted to go through like a story or a process or something like that. And we weren't quite sure what that concept actually was. And like what we'd like to do is like write the music and then like kind of reflect and then you can kind of see it holistically and go, oh, so that's what we were trying to say there or so to speak. But yeah, Go to Bed was meant to be an intro and we didn't really have any lyrics for it. We just had like this chill like intro bit and then we just wanted to like hit real hard towards the end to sort of almost as like a show of what's going to be on the album. So you've got some slower stuff and then you've got some harder, psych rockier stuff. So it's kind of like a taste, like an introduction, I guess.
Fair enough.
But then we added some more lyrics and then we were like, oh, it's like a full song now. So we're like, sweet.
That's one down. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So how does the writing process work within the band?
Yeah, so our lead singer usually comes up with some sort of melody or he's got some lyrics, something like that, maybe some chords behind it. And then what we'll do is we're all made up. He'll show us what he's got and then we'll just work for varying degrees of time until we think we've got like a finished product. But I think like the process has kind of changed a way that it varies quite a bit. Like, because when we wrote this album, we all went to Tūrangi and we booked out a batch in the middle of nowhere, which was real fun. Had a lovely view of the lake and stuff. And we just parked up there for 10 days. And yeah, we just like all put forward ideas, chose the best 8 and then just rolled like that. To varying degrees of completion. And then when we got to the studio the following 2 weeks, so the only time we can ever get anything done is when we're under time pressure.
Of course.
And then, when we're in the studio, we just hash out the details.
Very cool. And how long ago was the album recorded?
Quite a while ago, actually. I think it might have been September. Thanks, Dano. September last year. So yeah, it's been ready for quite a while. But yeah, our like initial reaction is just like, yeah, let's just like put it out there, and then our manager's just like, no. You know?
Well, that's why you have a manager to manage.
You've got to
these
do
things.
stuff to like market it, and we're just like, oh, okay, sounds good.
But you guys have been busy anyway. I me's you've been doing shows all over the place, building up kind of a momentum. Does it feel like that to you?
Yeah, it does. It's been quite like steady just over the past few years. Like I think every time like a tour comes around or the festival season comes around, we kind of get like shocked as to how like well we've been received and things like that, and how our support's growing.
Yeah,
and it's just really encouraging because like when you start to see some semblance of like recognition through like getting booked for festivals or like doing well on your tours and things like that, you start to get like a little bit of like imposter syndrome, particularly because we had no idea like that this was all going to happen. You know, we were just four blokes playing music, and so I guess like it's nice to see it build up because it makes us more sure of ourselves and things like that. So there's a growing confidence, which is good.
Yeah. So the tour starts here in Auckland, right? In August, right around the corner here at the Power Station.
Yeah,
you're doing
the
2 nights.
Two
At the Power. That's pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty greedy, but it'll be good. Stoked to have the second show announced. We love playing the Power Station. It's fantastic. Just like the look of it because it's got like that multi-layer kind of thing, and it's like it's a really good venue and it sounds awesome, and I love it.
And as a person who goes there very often, I think it's the best venue in the country there's never a bad place to watch or listen, you know.
No, there isn't. That's the thing. It's good for the crowd as well. Totally. Yeah. And the bars just all along the back. It's just accessible.
You can show up late for a sold out gig and still get a good shot at everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're playing Australia too, right?
That's the one. Yeah. Pumped to be heading to Oz. They're pretty much like New Zealand's cousins, aren't they? So it's like pretty like that. We're just able to sort of like translate our music over there, and they're just like, oh, sweet, we love this too. So really excited to go to Oz because we got kind of starved. Oh, they've been kind of starved of music with their whole COVID experience.
Yeah.
It's looking a little bit risky at the moment.
Well, there's no telling what's going to happen, but you got to go for it.
No,
right?
there isn't. But we'll remain optimistic. It would suck to have to postpone again.
Yeah. Because isn't there a lot of hassle about getting back into New Zealand after you go? Well, not with Australia though, right? Yeah, I think that's
I hope not. I think that's like the point of the bubble. But I'm starting to get anxious. I'm thinking like, shit, maybe we should get vaccinated or something like that. But
that's always a good plan.
Yeah.
But it's easier.
So let us in, please. We've been poked with a needle.
I did want to talk about the other video you did for "Don't Keep Me Waiting" because I somehow had a hankering for cheese after watching that. So what's going on?
A drop in the ocean of wasted emotion, running me round again. Don't keep me waiting.
Yeah, we find music videos like quite a challenge because our brains aren't really built that way. So when we were brainstorming ideas for Don't Keep Me Waiting, it's just kind of like, let's just run with the song title and just be like, let's just do a medley of us waiting around for stuff. And we just shot like quite a lot. Just we did it over one day, and we just went from 9 till 9 pretty much.
Right.
And then because we had a guy called Siggy Space. He's a really talented videographer. And he had like a monumentous task of taking all these little skits we sort of did over the course of 12 hours and put them into something that was coherent. And he did. And we're like happy with it. We're like, sweet, that's us. We're just,
Cool. And getting back to the live show, when you're planning a tour like this, what do you guys do to prepare? Do you think about the set list much? Do you think about presentation, costumes, design, stage design, or you just get up there and rock out? I mean,
we definitely try to think about the set list first. And we think about like how we want to like take the crowd through motions, because like we used to think when we had less songs and we were still kind of doing covers like a few years ago, we'd just try to go like this, like start kind of chill and then take them
build up.
But then the thing is like that gets kind of that's not very exciting. It's more like, so now we're just trying to do like the highs and lows throughout, but still climbing. So we'll start with something big to get people excited, something loud, something that people really like and can sing along to, and it kind of sets the tone quite well. And then after that, we'll just like, you can't have them at 100% the whole time. They'll get absolutely knackered. So you got to pace it. But so we'll set up a set list. Sorry?
I said you probably get knackered too. So there you go.
Oh, absolutely. Because now we're playing for like an hour and a half these days. And it's those last 15 minutes that you're kind of like, half cocking it on stage. It's a pretty standard process. Get a set list, practice like hell, and then
And getting back to the album, it finishes with a tune called Anywhere You'd Like to Go, which also really kind of wails up at the end. So
anywhere you'd like to go. Because I suppose the album is like a culmination of like experiences that we've had over the past couple of years, and particularly after coming out of like the COVID lockdown. And we kind of just felt that like writing an album's actually really hard.
That's one way.
And then like being in a band, you're kind of constantly thinking about the pressure to write new music and the pressure for it to be good. And also like you need to be posting on social media constantly. It's kind of like a machine that never turns off. Right. So Anywhere You'd Like to Go is kind of like a middle finger to the whole process in a way, and like the whole, and I guess not to the music industry, but just sort of to like the pressure that it puts on artists. So we're just kind of like, how about we just do something that sounds kind of terrible towards the end of the song? Like we were kind of saying that we didn't know how to end it. We were like, let's just move it up a key every 4 bars and speed it up as well. And we were just like, genius. Like, and we like practiced it like twice when we were in Turangi, and we're like, sweet, we don't need to practice it. That's not the point. So we got
you don't want to ruin it.
No, absolutely not. I did a few takes, and we're like, man, that sounds terrible. Let's keep it. Like, so we chucked it in there. So I don't think that one will be getting any radio play, but all good.
You never know. Depends on your radio.
It does.
I'm curious. I'm just thinking, I mean, let's face it, being in a band in New Zealand at this time and space is a pretty good deal compared to other bands around the world. That I talked to lots of them from the US and UK. Do you have contacts with other musicians around that you've kind of run into and kind of comparing notes as to how you're dealing with all this COVID stuff?
Not overseas, really. We haven't had the opportunity to tour with many bands over there. We're hoping to remedy that.
Yeah.
But no, I guess not. I do really feel for musicians in Australia and the US, though. They've been hit real hard, and just having to, like Australia at the moment, having to go in and out of lockdowns. Like there's a lot of bands that are actually furious and have like made like public statements against the government for like, you know, cocking up the vaccination race and things like that. And how much it's harming the industry. Like we're so lucky here in New Zealand, and like we really feel that privilege, particularly when we're seeing like our favorite bands post on their pages just going like, this isn't good enough and stuff. So my heart goes out to those people.
Very cool. Well, the record's out on the 30th. Looking forward to seeing what you guys get up to. Is it coming out on vinyl, or is it just the digital kind of thing, or what?
There are vinyls, and we're super excited because we've been wanting to do like hard copy stuff for ages. Our manager actually asked us, he's like, "Oh, do you guys want to do CDs as well?" And we're like, like not old enough. Yeah. Looking, so we're like, we'll just stick with vinyls. So we've got a black one, and then we may have cheeky colored vinyl.
Right. Well, I'm finding that so many people are putting out colored vinyl now that the black ones are the ones that they're selling more expensive because they're rarer.
It's true.
Like, oh my God, does it come to that?
It's like flip day. I'm really stoked to have a vinyl coming out. I don't have a record player, but I'm gonna pinch one. I'm gonna put it.
You got to get one, man.
Yeah, piece of art, man. They're cool. So yeah, stoked to have that out. But yeah, if you want to check out the vinyl, it's on our website. So
Cool. Alrighty. Well, thank you for taking time out to talk to me. Sounds like you've been
Absolute
busy
pleasure,
talking
Marty.
to everybody and running around.
Yeah. But promiscuous on the media side of things.
That's all right. It's all good. Thank you very much. We'll look forward to seeing you at the power station.
Cheers. Thanks for chatting.
Right. Bye-bye.
Bye.